A Local 10 News investigation exposes what some are calling a serious and dangerous loophole in the law. Tonight, just how easy is it for anyone to get their hands on a high-powered, untraceable weapon?
Some say it's too easy. In fact, you could be America's most wanted and get one of those.
Local 10 investigator Jeff Weinseer was able to assemble an AR-15 and turn it into a fully functional, high-powered weapon in just one day.
We didn't buy it at a gun shop. A background check was never done. In fact, it took nothing more than a credit card and a few strokes of the computer keyboard. 5 days later, this box arrived at the Local 10 News studios. Inside all the parts we needed, and with the guidance of some online videos.
It is not a firearm. It is an 80% lower.
And with the help of a friend, in just one day, our untraceable AR-15 semi-automatic weapon was built and working. No background check, no identification needed, and the most disturbing thing to many, this gun has no serial number, no way to trace it. It doesn't exist.
We have a fully functional AR-15. It's basically what I would call a patrol rifle.
We showed our homemade AR-15 to Broward Sheriff Scott Israel.
These items are out on the streets, and our deputies deal with these weapons all the time.
They are called ghost guns. The lower receiver comes 80% complete. We milled and drilled the remaining 20%, making it technically homemade. And because it comes unassembled and incomplete, and we're the manufacturer, the Department of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms doesn't classify this as a firearm, so no serial number is required. It is 100% legal. Even gun enthusiasts are a bit uneasy about it.
Having a gun without serial numbers on it is just wrong.
In my opinion, it's a bad thing.
Anybody can put this gun together. A convicted felon, a mass murderer, a terrorist, doesn't matter.
Walter Philbrick is a retired homicide sergeant who used to be a gun store owner.
When a gun would be used in a homicide, I could trace the gun. This gun right here is totally untraceable.
Roy Gosley is a firearms instructor who owns a gun shop in downtown Fort Lauderdale.
I'm not saying I agree with more laws. I'm not saying we need more laws or doing anything. But this here is bypassing what we already have in place that seems to be working fairly well.
Several noted crimes have been committed with ghost guns. John Zawari's failure to pass a background check didn't stop him from building an assault rifle himself. In 2013, at a Santa Monica college, he fired 100 rounds, killing 5 people before police fatally shot him. And last November, Kevin Neal used 2 homemade-built semi-automatic rifles to kill his wife and 4 others in Northern California. The Gabby Giffords Law Center to Prevent Gun Violence has asked internet service providers to shut down these websites, but it hasn't happened. There are proponents.
This is actually very liberating for people that want to build a firearm for their own self-defense, for personal use. There's never been an epidemic with criminals going out and building their own firearms. And if criminals want to acquire firearms, they find ways of doing it.
Even in the right hands, these ghost guns could wind up in the wrong hands.
One day somebody breaks in your house and steals it. There's no way to report it stolen with no serial number for tracing purposes.
I'm concerned. I'm very concerned.
They should close this loophole.
Bad people can get these in large numbers.
As far as our AR-15 goes, it won't become a part of any statistic or crime. Jeff Weinseer, Local 10 News.
So what do South Florida lawmakers think about this loophole? Local 10 News contacted the offices of Frederica Wilson, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and Carlos Curbelo. Neither Wilson nor Wasserman Schultz has responded yet. In a returned email to Local 10, Curbelo's office said the congressman didn't have time.
And now